These are the interesting times.
A disgrace.
Hello everybody, my name is Matt Johnson and welcome to the Interesting Times, a show that likes to take a sideways swipe at politics right here in the UK. The UK is struggling with rising inflation, food and energy prices, and the clamour for the government to do something was getting so loud it was starting to even drown out Barry Gardner's ties. Ex-PM Gordon Brown went on Sky to talk about what needed to be done.
Ensure that we can get the cost of living help to people, because we've only 7 weeks to go before October the 1st. You've got to change the universal credit computer to enable it to make payments to people. And there's no doubt that people are going to go without food and they're going to go hungry.
Then Martin Lewis went on the internet and said much the same thing. Nicola Sturgeon wrote a letter pleading that an emergency budget be drawn up. But the only thing Johnson was prepared to give to the struggling British public was a figurative middle finger. Here he is dancing like a recently freed primate. He's a man clearly on the way out. So what about his, bad choice of words here I know, successor? Well, Liz Truss appeared at a hustings event in Eastbourne, which was disrupted by climate protesters.
To be on. I would also... I would...
Shame on you isn't the most apt thing that can be chanted at Liz Truss, though. You have to ask, what planet is she on? Clearly not Earth, as she doesn't seem to be too bothered by what happens to it. On Wednesday, E.ON, an energy company that supplies 2.2 million people in the UK, has just recently announced profits of £3 billion, approximately £1,400 per household per year. So Liz's suggestion is to scrap the green levy on the bills, or about 8% of the total, on average £153 per year. And Sunak the snake's no better. He's proposing scrapping the VAT on energy bills, or about £70 per year. This is clearly not going to win the public over. Well, there's only one thing for it. When you're a Tory and your back's against the wall, you've got to go with what you know.
The other huge volume of traffic we had by way of email and letters from folk was about tackling illegal immigration. And we have a question from Philip Orr.
I want you to tell me what you are going to do to try and curb immediately what's this influx of illegal criminals, if you like, because that's what they are. They're coming into this country. We don't know where they're from. They're destroying their credentials. Last week, some of them were caught with weapons, a gun.
All right.
This is clearly racist bile and bullshit. And Liz Truss wanted to let them know she is absolutely here for it.
And what I would do, if I'm elected as your Prime Minister, is make the Rwanda policy work by, through the British Bill of Rights, ensuring that we can't be overruled by the ECHR.
Philip.
I would also work with other countries to get new deals to find new locations.
We shouldn't be sending planes full of people to Rwanda. There should be ships. Those ships should be stationed in the English Channel, so they go straight there. And if you've got no credentials, no ID, they go straight on the boat to Rwanda.
Well, kudos to Jabba the Cunt for at least managing to suppress the clear desire not to mention machine gunning the dinghies as a solution. But this flock of seawards doesn't quite feel complete.
From one of the Daily Mail readers who's joined in our conversation.
Now it does. So, dresses like Thatcher, attention to detail of Johnson, and what else?
I'm afraid the whole media does this all the time.
Are you clear Boris Johnson's downfall was of his own making or someone else's?
It sounds like you're being blamed, Tom, and, you know, who am I to disagree with this excellent audience? I believe in Britain, unlike some of the media who choose to talk our country down.
Of course, hatred of the media like Trump, a kind of far-right Frankenstein.
She's alive.
Yeah, but only from the neck downwards. And Rishi Sunak hasn't fared much better. A video popped up this week of him proudly proclaiming it was he that took money from deprived areas and gave it to the wealthy. He then bragged about it at a hustings event in Darlington. A reverse Robin Hood, if you like. Yep, rotten right-wing Robin Rishi. What a runt. Boris Johnson may be soon out of number 10, but not out the woods. He's going to appear in front of a Commons Privilege Committee made up of 7 MPs who are going to decide if he misled Parliament over his line about having a party join lockdown, which he definitely did. They were originally going to decide if he knowingly misled Parliament, but bearing in mind that he didn't knowingly know that he was breaking his own rules at a party that he had during lockdown, or even the rules he broke knowingly or unknowingly he put in place knowingly. Let's be honest, the next general election is due for 2024, which only gives the committee just under 2 years to prove he knowingly did anything. And Nadine Dorries, the answer to the question whatever happened to Cruella de Vil and Homer Simpson's love child, wasn't going to let this one slide. She said in the Daily Express that the Tory MPs involved should have no part in this Machiavellian, someone's learnt a new word, process. She went on to say that the process was a kangaroo court. Well, as Johnson is there, let's hope this kangaroo court carries the conviction of a cunt. Yes, I'm using that word a lot, but I think you'll agree it's justified. And that's it. No time to talk about the extreme heatwave hitting the UK this weekend. We really need rain, as the local parks are starting to look drier than a put-down by Jacob Rees-Mogg. Then what we need is for the parks to be as wet as Jacob Rees-Mogg. No time to talk about Suella Braverman, who said it's okay for pupils to misgender teachers who have opted to transition and use their original names, which is a little bit hypocritical when you consider that her original name was Sue Ellen. Petty, cruel and vindictive are just some of the pronouns we should all be using about Suella. No time to talk about the posties being the latest ones to vote to walk out over a derisory 2% pay rise, and they are prepared to strike, although even if they do, they still won't be the most hated Royal Mail in this country. And that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you are enjoying these bits, please don't forget to subscribe and hit all the notifications bell. And I'll see you all next week. Take care.